What's good, Humble fam? Welcome into episode 2 of The Humble Show. I, once again, am Grant Fletcher, joined by my co-host Moonbeam, Hallows, and our, once again, guest host, Brandon Cox. Welcome in, everybody. Hello.
Hey, look, it's good to be back.
It's great.
I'm over here recording in Baton Rouge. Y'all are in the very brown, very haunted grindhouse in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
The grizzle hizzle.
It has been one full week since we have sat down to record the previous. Time flies when you're having a good time. You know, we got some good solid feedback on that last episode. I feel like we're winning here, guys. I feel like we're doing awesome.
Oh yeah,
we're doing cool.
We're gonna start monetizing this shit soon.
Yeah, and by that I mean give us your money. Hey,
give us all your money.
Hey, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, just give us your money right now. And by this point in time, we're only a few days away by the time this drops from My Hero Con Alabama over in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be so much fun. So much fun.
I'll be there. Brandon will be there. Moonbeam will be there, but you won't see her.
I'll be watching a bag.
She'll be watching a bag.
A single bag.
Be playing Adobe Lightroom with the show photography. Nate from Madtown Visuals, who does all of our show photography,
oh my God,
handling that.
He's a cool guy.
He'll be just pouring pictures into your, like literally pouring pictures into your computer.
So smile pretty.
So touch them up. So smile good, everybody, because you might wind up on the Humble Enterprises Facebook or My Hero Con Facebook.
You end up on the internet one way or another.
Oh yeah,
they'll be on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you smile.
You'll see me. I'll probably be rocking some kind of a sport coat, if you will. Maybe the green one, maybe the red. I don't know. You know, anything could happen. Brandon will be behind the merch booth, slinging merch all day.
Oh,
cool posters and buttons
giving
and
out
stickers
receipts.
And shirts. Yeah.
Not watching anybody's crap.
Absolutely
not watching anyone's stuff. Like we covered in the last episode, Brandon will set it on fire.
He'll set it on ding dang fire.
Ding dang fire, he says. That is actually his catchphrase. I'll set it on ding dang fire. And that's a shirt. That's a shirt for the show right there. And so if you ever want to come and volunteer with us, there's still time to do that on
absolutely.
the website, myheroconvention.com. Also where you get your tickets, coincidentally. But just know, Brandon will not watch your stuff. It's one of the many laws of the universe. You know, whatever is force times mass times something like that, and also Brandon won't watch your stuff.
Yeah,
like the many laws of the universe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a few like agreed upon by everybody sort of rules that it's completely unwritten.
Yeah,
but
not like a pineapple on pizza thing. That's a very divisive subject.
Well, no, it's very divisive, but at the same time, I feel like this is very agreeable but unspoken. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the one that guys abide by is hold your peace while you hold your peace. I feel like that's it's one of those that's not said except for in this instance.
Kids, ask your parents what that means.
Yeah, ask your parents' permission before going online. AOL keyword.
Oh.
Yeah. This show is only for people above the age of 35, evidently.
Yeah.
Man, I was 17 years old when I got AOL.
Inputting AOL keyword.
Yeah, I was my handle was Giddy Chick.
Oh. I wonder how many like numbers and like symbols are thrown on that now so people can have that.
Giddy Chick at AOL.com. I kept that for about 4 years, and then I switched over to Joyful Dead.
I know.
It still is on some things, I believe.
Right? I know, it just keeps following me around.
Yeah, I still remember my original AOL handle, BDog 9088.
BDog.
Look, sometimes when I first met Brandon, He was 16 years old and he came into our coffee shop.
Oh boy.
And he said, I would like a mocha frappe with 2 shots of espresso.
Yeah.
And so
as you do when you're 16.
And I said, you got a great voice. And he's like, nah. Anyway, like he came in a couple more times and I was like, well, you've got to work here. Like you've just got to just move in. Like everybody loved him. So that's when we got Brandon.
Oh yeah.
But his email address then was Dude Man. And
there no numbers behind it. He was the first one.
Well, no, there were numbers. We don't want people to know the numbers.
No, nobody needs that.
It's not naughty numbers. It's just I don't want people emailing.
That was it. Sometimes I catch myself sending emails, typing out "Dude Man," and I was like, "Oh crap, he doesn't have that
one anymore."
No.
All right. Well, now he will forever. Anyone who hears this that goes to My Hero Con is going to be calling you Dude Man.
Look, here's the thing. Like, I will. There have been like instances where I guess it's just because I've done this for so many years that I will have people who will like remember my name and will be very excited to see me. And I always feel very awkward but very appreciative of that.
Yeah, it's not the name tag though.
It's surprisingly not the name tag because like sometimes sometimes I'm acting onions and I don't wear that name tag until I see everybody else with a name tag on.
Hey Grant, you know what happens when you start acting onions?
What happens?
You got to get in the skillet.
This is very true. This is incredibly true.
I feel like there's so many like the thing about it is we have so many different people that work with the show and they volunteer or whatever. And there's all these different, like, just pockets of inside jokes that get passed around. And people are constantly referencing inside jokes that I don't get, but then I'm also referencing inside jokes that no one else gets. And that's just kind of weird.
Bop it.
I think this is one of the bop it. That's something right there. Anyway, that's just part of the experience when you're.
I mean, there are a handful of like things that we say over the radio that I really don't think that people have caught on to.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Like,
I don't have a radio at the shows.
Oh, do you not? Oh, so you don't.
I shouldn't have said that.
We have our own trucker lingo.
Yeah. No. It's like come to my attention that people are like call me on the radio, and I'm like, I don't do like people just call my phone when they need me at the shows. So it's just,
okay. So you're not like you don't hear me whenever I say like, Grant, you need to look to your nine. You got a Frosty Bob.
Yeah. No. Frosty Bob has never come to my attention.
Oh my gosh! You got a handful of Frosty Bobs.
I usually wear a sport coat, like I said. I usually wear a blazer of some type.
Look. I mean,
and I feel like if I wore a radio with an earpiece, I would look like I was cosplaying as like a Secret Service agent or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how it would come across, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We got a lot of great cosplay. We got some really cool cosplayers that are going to be at My Hero Con too.
Absolutely, some that we, in fact, I believe 2 that we've never had before.
2 that we've never had before. Now, of course, we've got Redder's cosplay,
who is fantastic.
She's great,
amazing.
A jewel.
She really is. She's so nice, and not a lot of people know this, but she wrote all of our costume contest rules.
Whoa, okay.
I'll be honest. I've been playing
with us like everywhere.
Been playing a lot of Elder Scroll 3 Morrowind. I thought you were about to say she's been writing all the cosplay lore. Like, you find books across
you find the books in the out in the world. Yeah, she's been writing all the Celestia Argonian Maid. She did that. Yeah, that's her.
No, Red is awesome. She just graduated from college. She's got a degree in graphic design.
Yeah.
And a couple other things. She's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's just so professional and so cool and so young. My God, like she's 21, 22. So we're really excited to see where she goes, in the future with things like this. She's just a freaking gem.
She's the coolest.
Watch this space.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got Always Makeup. And this chick, oh my Lord. She won our costume contest for Alabama
Yeah,
Comic-Con.
that's what I was going to say. Alabama Comic-Con last year, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year she won the contest. And I thought she was just like, a fancy seamstress. Like she just could, build cool outfits. Oh my Lord. I had no idea that she was she's a makeup artist, special effects makeup artist. And if you go to her Instagram, you will guarantee to be blown away.
Yeah.
Blown
cool
slam away. Yeah, she's very, very talented. And then we have Red Top cosplay coming. And he's never been with us before. He's a theater guy. He's an activist.
Mhm.
He's just freaking cool. Just a cool guy. Really knowledgeable about cosplay. Really sweet. A lot of personality. Just a ton of personality. So I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to actually meet him. I've never met him in real life. And
I've seen their
IRL.
work out there in the space, but never in person. So that's going to be a real exciting one.
Yeah, it's I'm really excited to have him, and he's doing a panel, and I mean they're all doing a panel. So really hope everybody goes out there and gives them some support and checks out their panel, because I guarantee you they're going to learn something.
He's doing a panel. I'm doing a panel. You'll learn something at my panel too.
Well, actually, Grant is going to be moderating their panels, so
yeah,
you Grant are going to learn some stuff.
I go to the shows and I'm a sponge,
So what are these panels?
Okay, all right. I'm glad you asked, because I have it right here. So the cosplayers, their panels aren't until Sunday, so I'll get to that in a second. But we have some really good panels happening, some stuff that I don't know crap about. So this is very exciting because I'm here to learn. So the first panel of the day on Saturday, Door Number 3 Films. They're coming. They're an independent film production company out of Alabama.
Any yaoi films?
I don't think they're going to have any yaoi films.
Then count me out.
But they're going to bring some short films, and I checked them out. I checked them out on the
internet,
on the Google, and some good production quality. And the guy's been super nice. I've been going back and forth on email with him, so nice. I'm interested to see how they do.
Yeah. And
they're also going to have a fan table. So, they can distribute some info.
Cool.
All right. And then we have Villain Deku Henchman Tryouts.
That doesn't make sense. Deku is a hero, so...
No. Well, this is what happened, Grant.
Is he like the Wario of My Hero?
I sure hope so.
This is what happened. So, he wanted to be a hero, and All Might crushed his soul. Crushed his dreams, just absolutely was just like...
Oh, they gave you the backstory.
Not even going to happen. Yeah, okay. So instead, Deku is like, well, if that's the case, I'm just going to be a villain. So he's going to go to the audience members, and he's got to find his crew, right?
Oh, okay.
So he's going to ask the people in the audience questions, and, pick the crew he likes. And then, then after that, it's just going to be... everybody's going to be donezo, because
I like that.
It's going to be fun. And at the end of the panel, the whole crew gets to name their crew. So it's going to be fun, man. The girl that's putting that one on, her name is Starry Night Cospool. Cospool is Starry Night COSPL _
Yeah.
Oh. So
I get it.
Yep. Yeah. All right. And then right after that, I have It's Trivial with Grant Fletcher. Now, Grant is a famous worldwide author that writes trivia books.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you right now, he's got some tricky questions in those books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, though. Yeah, there's only one published, I guess we should mention, but I have written 2. That's just the second one's just not out there. I've started.
But one was just too hot.
Well, there's a lot of proofreading that goes on in these. And sometimes you still miss things. Nonetheless, it happens. 1,000 look, it's called It's Trivial. 1,000 trivia questions, because it's a book of 1,000 trivia questions, and you can get it on the places, the Amazons, etc.
Yeah.
If you ever get a copy and bring it to one of our shows, I'll sign it for you. That's fine. I'll do that.
I'll take a little photo. In my mind, whenever you said the Amazons,
Yeah.
I thought, like, okay, either you could go to the website, Amazon.com, or you could hoist yourself to South America, to the deepest of jungles.
Take a boat ride with a bunch of monkeys,
Well,
like
no,
Wrath of God.
Because you talk to the monkeys, and they're like, "Yeah, we know about the book. We don't like." No, you talk to the boatman.
The boatman.
And it's like, yeah.
Did you guys ever see that Werner Herzog movie?
No.
Oh my God, that's all I remember is all the freaking monkeys.
But you know, I love Paris, Texas.
Was that Herzog?
Yeah, that was Werner Herzog.
You know what? I love the guy too.
He's a good boy.
But you know, not every movie is as captivating.
He's a good
especially
boy.
the one with the boat that they took over the mountain.
But no, this just long rambling story shorts.
Oof.
I just imagine chopping at a tree in the Amazon and like just chopping your book out of that tree somehow with the words and just everything, and just like, yes, I'm glad that I came to the deep dark forest as opposed to going online
Good
and
Lord.
purchasing it on the internet.
I mean, you could do that, but you'd have to have the ISBN number, so you may as well just get it online.
The
'cause you're gonna have to
what?
look it up anyway.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a
I
big
talk to
thing.
the trees.
Google that. What's ISBN?
I don't know what that means. I talk to the trees. That's gonna be the tagline of this episode. This episode is now
man.
titled "I Talk to the Trees."
Talk to the trees. All right.
Oh, what else do we have on tap? Other
All
than-
right. So
than-
what
than
else
my
we
trivia?
have is answer some questions and win some prizes. That's for the trivia.
That's
Who's
the
that
idea.
hosted by?
No. I'm just adding some more to it's trivial.
Oh, that was the description.
Yeah.
I thought that
Well,
was
I
the
mean,
title of the next.
There's a
and some questions, win some prizes. Hosted by.
what was it from the jerk? He's like, guess the weight, win some crap, or what?
You win a free oven mitt. Yeah, there's that part of the
For
joke.
whatever reason, I was just thinking of.
It's a profit deal. All right. So we have Talkin' Nerdy with
Okay.
Beard and Bear podcast.
Oh yeah.
The Beard and Bear. You know what? I think I typed that backwards.
The bear and the beard, I believe.
The Bear and the Beard.
I think
yeah,
they have an endeavor with Red Top Cosplay as well.
Yes, absolutely. So they do, and they're going to be there, and they also have a fan group, so you can go chit chat with those guys. They're very, very cool. I listened to one of their podcasts earlier today just to, check it out.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very professional. Very informative and fun. So that's going to go on my rotation.
Heck yeah.
Right after what about I've been listening to? I've Had It. I've been listening to the I've Had It podcast.
Oh.
You guys heard that? Oh my
no.
god. Oh my god.
No, I don't listen to podcasts. I think they're pedestrian.
What have you been listening to, Grant?
Sorry, what do I listen? No. I do listen to podcasts.
I only listen to metal.
My favorite podcast is a podcast called Doug Loves Movies. It's a movie trivia podcast, and it's it's like a game show format, primarily played by comedians. It's hosted by a guy named Doug Benson.
Oh yeah,
I've sent a copy of my book too. He's a comedian. He's been in a bunch of like movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
he was in
he's
Lego Batman as Bane.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, it's a really fun show because sometimes he'll have people on like John Hamm and Zach Galifianakis and
Oh wow.
stuff like that. It's really cool. And Mick Foley's podcast, Foley is Pod. I've been listening to that a lot.
Oh my god. I love Mick Foley.
We love Mick.
Me? The best.
I did, because I was able to moderate Mick's panel at Louisiana Comic-Con back in March. Because I feel like I've kind of like, because Matt Hernandez does a great job as our main host MC doing all the main stage panels. But sometimes when it's wrestling related, I'm like, actually, usually when it's wrestling related, I'm like, hey, I want to do that.
I got this.
Well,
I want to do that wrestling thing.
And then when you ask Matt, he's like, yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll think about it every time. and then whatever. And I think at that point in time, he just kind of was like, I kind of do feel like I need a break. So I sat down with Mick and did his panel, and I feel like that was one of the most unique ones I've ever done. The only other one I think that was more unique was Danhausen's. I did Danhausen's last year in Memphis.
Love him.
Which was great because, you know, we did the whole thing with the character and we did a lot of improv. And because I'm like, it's a scenario that I thought was really cool. It's like, you got a microphone, he's got a microphone, there's a live crowd, and you've just got no idea what he's about to do. But I think he and I had to riff a lot more because the crowd was kind of timid, which was weird. It
was a horror crowd.
What's that?
It was a horror crowd.
It was a horror crowd, but they were there. I mean, but they were all aware of who he was and his character, like the people that showed up to the panel. But I think what happens is, like, everybody shows up with their wrestling questions, you know, their typical, like, well, who would you want to wrestle and what was your best, you know, whatever. And then they sit down and then all of a sudden this character walks out that they've, like, seen on TV and on the internet, and they're face to face with it. And they're like, oh, I can't ask this guy wrestling questions. Like, that's not even going to be like, you can't do that. So all of a sudden they're like, I don't know what to say to this guy now. But that was a lot of fun. But
just
yeah,
a quick plug for Danhausen.
What's that?
Just a quick plug for Danhausen.
Yeah.
If you ever get the opportunity to meet him or his wife, oh my goodness, they are the sweetest people. Yeah. And just so humble and nice and just freaking charming. And it's like they'll just sit there and talk to you all day, even though they got a line of people. They really do love their fans. Very cool people.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of cool merch too, which is always
fun. Oh yeah, he's got great merch. Yeah. Didn't he make a little thing for Margohausen?
He signed he signed an 8x10 for my daughter. My daughter likes Danhausen. She likes the character. She likes Sting, who we also work with from time to time, who is also awesome.
He's coming back.
Yeah, we'll be working with him in September at the Alabama Comic-Con. And also at the BJCC in Birmingham as well. Those tickets are available now, too, if you want to see Sting and Kevin Nash, who that's another podcast I listen to as well. Click This. Spelled KLIQ for the click from wrestling, if you will.
So you were saying that people were adverse to like asking characters questions, right?
Well, just in that case, I think they were just prepared for one thing, and then the character came out, and they were like, "There's no way that I can use what I was prepared for." You know?
What I mean? I'm such a goofball that like I would ask questions, I just completely not caring about the lore and you know their predispositions. I would ask them just all sorts of questions like, oh, well, you know, what do you think about the railways in this country?
Really in disrepair. Well, you know, I think here's the thing. I think they would appreciate that because I think when you do these on a regular basis, you know, you probably do get a lot of the same questions over and over again.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Right.
Because the fact that, like, you've answered it a bunch of times for everyone else in every other town in America, but this town is asking it for the first time ever. So, you know, I think that's, you know, if you did that, that would probably be very much well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going to other conventions, cosplaying Harry Carey. I'm going to go to all the panels and I'm going to ask questions in character.
Hey!
Yeah.
Is the moon made out of cheese?
Yeah. For anyone
If it was, would you eat it?
that not familiar, just go on YouTube and look up Harry Carey, Caray, Will Ferrell, and because you know who I know you know who Will Ferrell is.
Oh yeah,
and you're in for a treat. The space one, the
watch
planets one, that's the one to watch. Yeah.
Oh my God,
there's
so good.
In that like sort of realm of sports, semi unhinged sports commentators. I feel like Dick Vitale.
Oh yeah, awesome baby.
Oh my God, dude! Like everything that comes out of his mind, out of his mouth, dude. Diaper dandies.
Yeah. Are you Googling Dick Vitalisms right now?
Absolutely not. Like so there was a Sega Genesis game. I think it was called like it's awesome baby with Dick Vitale.
Yeah, he had. I was gonna say there was a game.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the name or not.
It was after that I did Google Dick Vitale. But like, just and like, give me a little bit of leniency. I'm about to Google Dig Mattel's catchphrases because there's some of them that.
While he's Googling that, let me move on to the next panel we got. So at 7:00 Saturday night, we're gonna have an all-age rave.
Oh,
yes, right. with got a DJ coming, and he's kind of a new DJ. He's from Montgomery, so he's trying to, get out and about. And I think I don't have it in front of me because I've only talked to him once. But his name is DJ C3, and he's got his own gear. He's got his own lights, and I'm just really excited to meet him. He's an up and coming guy. He's gonna play some music for us. So that's going to be good. But while that's going on, if you're not really into dancing in the dark, we got a panel called Who's Watching with Willie Murder Me and Joe Justice.
Okay, yeah. So we know
Friday Night Frights.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Joe Justice, for those of you who do not know, Joe Justice is a entrepreneur and a half. This guy's got so many things going on. I don't know how he keeps up with it all. But yeah, he volunteered with us for a long, long time. And he's awesome. He was at the Christmas party, Joe's awesome. But yeah, he's got this kind of horror cult movie thing he does.
Yeah. I
wish I had that written down. But
I think I've seen Willie Murder Me out there on the gram or something like that. It's this character. I don't know. Do you know more about the character?
I've never met him.
Okay.
But his makeup is on point.
It looks good. He's very rockabilly-esque.
Yeah, I mean,
undead
just
rockabilly.
Adorable. So I'm excited. I don't know much about it. I haven't had the opportunity to really check it out. But yeah, I'm excited to meet him, and he's going to be doing a podcast. Not a podcast. Hold on, Grant.
Panel
just talk amongst yourselves for a
He's
second while I look it up.
Sure,
he's going to be doing a whole thing. You know what?
He's going to be drilling Reggies when they need Pete Roses.
I got it right here. I just got.
He's going to need a real donut offense.
Can you? All right, cool. We'll talk about that while you're pulling it up. I guess we mentioned Sting. I guess I could tell this story while you're looking for that. Have I told you like my reaction to the first time I ran into Sting backstage at a convention, like back behind the curtain at a?
You did not tell us.
This was a convention that we don't do anymore.
Did you fanboy?
And I didn't is the thing. Like, and I almost felt like my body didn't allow me to. You know what I mean? Like. So I used to write wrestling show, like independent wrestling show recaps for a website called PW Insider, which is like one of the bigger blogs out there for wrestling news. And through that, I met a lot of people that I was a fan of as a kid. So I felt like I've always felt like I've had that down pretty good. And then I was instructed to like go get Sting from the green room to bring him over to the Pro Photo Op booth. And I was like, cool, yeah. I was like, I'm just going to wait outside here. I don't want to bother Sting until it's time. And then like basically before it was time, so like early, the door like swings open and like Sting just steps out of the door, and I wasn't really prepared for it. And actually Greg was with him already, Moonbeam's husband, so I didn't have to go get him, which was cool because I would have frozen up, I guess, because like all of a sudden they're like, I'm face to face, and all I could do, I couldn't even say anything. All I could just do was like nod at him, like hello, and he just like nodded back and walked down the hallway. But I think I almost threw up at that point in time. I mean, I've seen him several times since then and said hey and like given him a fist bump, and it's been fine. Yeah. But it was like this aura like was coming off the man.
Oh yeah. He's a cool guy.
Because like Steve Borden doesn't show up. Sting shows up.
No, you know what Sting I mean? Shows up.
Like Sting shows up. Yeah. So, you're getting everything whenever you meet Sting.
Absolutely.
100%.
And you know what? I am not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure that he's going to be wearing the Wolfpack makeup.
Oh,
yeah. Look, so that got posted the picture of him because Kevin Nash is going to be there, and it's going to be like a Wolfpack reunion
DDP
type
is
thing.
going to be there.
DDP will be there. He wasn't in the NWO though. But
that's that. I said after I said that, I was like, "Oh,
you were like, no, wait, no, DDP."
I'm going to sound like the biggest poser, but no, he was not in there. I was just saying we didn't mention him earlier.
But he will be a guest. So I'm excited about. Yeah, I'm excited about meeting DDP and working with him because I know he likes to talk. So he'll be really cool to with the fans and whatnot at his panel.
I hope he's got some of his yoga fans there.
I guarantee you they will be there. Yeah. I guarantee you.
I'm very glad that it's you that's coming across these very prestigious individuals because I think for me, it would be less amazing. You ever seen those Slim Jim packs with the cheese?
Yeah. Oh, I have. Yes.
Have you ever seen
the mistake in the
no, there's
vacuum
no
seal? Yeah.
No, it's just like beaks and just like chicken skin and just
lips and ass.
No. I like Slim Jims. I'm talking about the ones with the cheese. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's just like it's not like it's you got a strip of cheese and you got a strip of Slim Jim and
sweaty cheese
and it's just everything. A pocket full of both. I'm not talking about one Slim Jim, one cheese. I'm talking about front right pocket, straight full of cheese product, stiff in a square tube sort of shape.
Yeah.
In addition to the Slim Jim shape that we all know and love. You've seen them before.
I've seen them.
You've seen them. It's just a pocket full of Slim Jims and cylindrical cheese. And I would be next to this person of notice, this person that so many people have come to see and they know and they love. They see me right next to them with a pocket full of cylindrical cheese and Slim Jims.
Yeah.
I am sweaty.
Slim Jims are just baking. Yeah.
I'm not nervous. I'm just in the southeast.
Just making you cry. You got one single tear coming down your face.
Right and now. I take a look at them. Still sweaty, but very sure of myself. Hey, you want some?
You know what's going to really get me in with this guy? A sweaty Slim Jim accompanied by some sweaty cheese.
Oh my God. Hey, do you remember that part in Who's Harry Crumb where he's on the bus and he's like, would you like a mint? He pulls these mints out of his pocket. He's got a tissue on him. That's Brandon right there. Would you like a Slim Jim and cheese?
Would you like pardon me, would you perhaps enjoy a morsel of Slim Jim or maybe even some warm cheese?
I feel like both the shape of the cheese and the shape of the meat make the taste.
Yeah, you have to do it together, or do you eat it separate?
Look, they're the guests. They get to do whatever they want.
Wow.
True, we let them get away with whatever.
Who's watching? With host Willie Murder Me and Joe Justice.
Oh, we're still doing
Join this. Willie Murder Me and Joe Justice as we take a dive into classic horror and the hosts that bring big scares to the small screen.
Heck yeah.
That's it. That's the description. I cannot wait. It's going to be 7 p.m. on Saturday night.
I like it.
Good.
I like it.
Nice.
It's going to be good shit.
We're going till 7 on Saturday? That's a party.
We're going till 9, homie. We're going till 9.
Yeah. Oh,
what's funny is, speaking of the rave, because we've done the raves before at My Hero Cons in various locations. And I remember one place, not in Birmingham. And it's like the rave is going on in one room and we're like in a back hallway. It's like myself, Matt, who's the host, main stage MC, and then our buddy Corey, who's a volunteer with us as well. I've known Corey for forever. And the thing about Corey is Corey knows audio equipment stuff really well. Corey's dad owns a music store, it's called Live Music. And they sell, guitars and amps and turntables and, whatever else. and we're on the other side of the wall because we're like trying to like scarf down dinner from Bricks and Bones, phenomenal
so
chicken
good.
place.
Love them.
Who my best friend is the manager of. And
we live for hot chicken from Brick and Bones.
And we're there, we're like sitting there, and Corey goes, "It sounds like his speaker's about to blow out." And we're like, "Really? You think so?" He's like, "Yeah, I think so." We're like trying to find a good spot to eat this chicken, and basically in this back hallway. He's like, "Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. It's just kind of like it's got like a," and like right as he's talking, we just hear this like, and you could hear the speaker go out on the other end of the wall. It was like the most surreal thing that happened.
Well, that's awesome.
Really sucks.
Sorry, folks.
They kept here's the thing. They kept raving. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it didn't stop the party.
Yeah, because a raver's going to rave.
Raver's gonna do, look, when you're about that rave life, okay, you don't give up on the rave, all right? You don't put the pacifier away, okay? No. You don't put the Vicks away. I'm kidding. It's not that kind of party. It's not.
What Vicks?
Oh, no.
You know, look, all right, I'll tell you when we're off the air.
Oh, okay? You got the little Vicks under your nose?
Yeah, you know.
Little tea tree oil?
Something, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Some people just like the mentholy smell, I guess.
I always put Vicks under my nose at a con.
It might be, you know what? Hey, that might be.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. It smells.
Well,
fantastic.
At this point in time, he's talking about just like, Well, here's the thing: there's not always really good air conditioning in these venues. Sometimes things happen.
Look, sometimes you got people walking around in that venue completely unaware, I suppose, that they have a sweaty combination of Slim Jims and cylindrical cheese in their pocket.
No, I get it. I've heard that. That's the ye old myth about how anime shows smell like armpit.
Honestly, that's never been my experience ever. Like, to be for real, like leveling with you, it's never happened to me.
Yeah, me either. Now I have had some interesting smells come out of the rave, but that you get 100 kids in there dancing. Yeah. It's gonna start. It's gonna get a little thick in there.
Yeah.
But I guess all of our attendees are well hygiened.
Tip top.
I think so. You know what? They look great. They smell great. They're smarter than attendees of other conventions. A lot of people are saying it. They are. They make better life choices.
We have a great group that come to our shows, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and I will tell you this: something that we're doing. I'm going to start doing it at the shows. Is if we have the space, but we've got a quiet room.
I like this. Yeah.
We have a lot of people that come to the shows that sometimes they get overstimulated, and that quiet room has been just a godsend. They can go in there and chill out.
No, that's a really good public service, because it is. You got people. You've got tons of people in there. You've got. Sometimes we have like a cool car or something like that in there. It might have some lights on it. You got vendors selling all kind of like cool merchandise, and you've got booths that go up to the ceiling in some cases. There's some of your like favorite childhood actors are there, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so and so, and they're like right across the way from me. So like, I could see where some people would be in a position where like they like, I need a break just for a minute.
Oh yeah,
just to
absolutely. Because sometimes it gets loud in there. You got a bunch of different noises happening, and at different times, it's bombarding you. So a quiet room. It's going to be nice and quiet in there. Just a place to take a break. If you need to, we're going to offer that. We're going to have a screening room, and nice. We're just going to have the main stage and one panel room. And then we've got Texas Gaming coming. They come to all of our shows, and they are so awesome. They do all the video gaming. Just, they got it going on. And,
what's fun is like kind of talking about, you never know what's going to happen at one of these conventions. We had that screening room at a My Hero Con in Texas, one of the ones we did in Irving there, right outside of Dallas. And we had just wrapped a panel in one of the panel rooms, and Zeno Robinson, who is Hawks in My Hero Academia, was leaving, and he passed by the room and like just looked in there and saw his character on screen. So he just sat down and started doing like a little bit of commentary for a second there in the screen room, which was really fun. First for like a minute, just kind of not like anything like too serious, but just kind of like yucking it up with everybody, and then like he just exited. It was great. So that was a moment that our attendees really seemed to like. So
I wish Zeno would come to every show.
Yeah, he was really fun.
He was great.
Fun. He's Cyborg in Young Justice, which is very cool. So, I great guest nonetheless. There's a lot of we've worked with a lot of really cool people though.
I think we have.
Oh, yeah.
Who's like, all right, Brandon, who's like your dream person? It's probably someone from a musician of some type, I'm sure.
Oh, goodness. You can't put me on the spot.
I'm putting you on the spot right there. I've been begging for someone from Guar for a very long time now.
Who are you going to get?
I don't know, whoever. I feel like if you say, I think these days, if you were to try to get someone from Guar, it would be, Beefcake would be cool. But I think probably the one that would do the most stuff would be the guy who does Techno Destructo.
Oh, yeah.
Or Bozo. I feel like he does a lot. So that, I don't know. But he also builds like a lot of their props and stuff too, which is cool to me, I think.
Man, I miss Dave Brocky being on this earth. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. I actually got to meet him a couple times.
Oh, was he just the most awesome, knowledgeable person you've ever met in your life?
He was. Basically, like, the character, Odorous Urungus, was just him, just not as intense. But he was still a pretty intense guy. But yeah, he like I just happened to see him walking around like outside the venue one time before a show, because no one knew who he was.
Oh, wow.
And then another time, I knew some people that were friends of his because one of them was a videographer that had worked on some of their music videos, and we went and hung out with him a little while at the bar, like next door to the venue they were going to be playing at. And he basically just told us the whole plot of his book that he wrote. Like he'll spend the whole time just telling us like. So beat for beat what happened in the book. So I was like, oh, cool. I guess I've read the book now. So that was a lot of fun. So he's missed.
I don't know. I feel like my dream, and like once again, like this is just me being a very music oriented person, but I think like a dream, guest for me would be someone who is, of course in music, but at the same time still at least somewhat steeped in voice acting. And just off the top of my head, and I'm sure that there are better, more applicable guests, but someone like Mike Patton or Henry Rollins.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, Henry Rollins would be super cool.
Mike Patton's literally one of my favorite musicians.
Look, I'll tell you my real one. Okay, my real one is Mario Lopez. It's gonna be Mario. No one rocked a mullet. I'm kidding. I just decided to derail everything you were saying.
I really thought you were serious.
I was like, oh no, I was like, I'm such a really? Lopez head.
Oh, I was. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking, I bet we could get Mario Lopez.
I think you know what? I think we can.
But
it's not impossible.
So, in the case of Henry Rollins, I think that in addition to all the acting roles that he's done, I want to say that I remember him being a voice actor on Teen Titans. He might have played like a bit character that, not a bit character, but like only like an episodic character that was only on 2 or 3 episodes. But I think I remember him being on Teen Titans, and of course the man is I very much respect this, but he is a workaholic. He will say yes to anything that he can apply who he is to. But in addition, Mike Patton has done, I think, more voice work than people know that he has, especially in the realm of video games. He's done... of course, he's Mike Patton, so he's done a lot of like creature voices and things of that nature, like non lyrical sort of like creature vocals and things like that.
Oh, he's got such a pretty voice.
He has a very pretty voice, but like, in my mind, like that is in the realm of Comic Cons. I would say that they are the most like applicable people. I would guess.
Have you
ever
ever
looked it up here? Henry Rollins was a character named Johnny Rancid on 2 episodes of Teen Titans. So I guess
you nailed it, Brandon.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Mike Patton live, like in any project, Tomahawk, Phantomus,
Me?
Peeping Tom, Lovage, Faith No More.
Oh,
what am I leaving out?
I feel like you've named plenty enough.
Well,
he was in a band. He is in a band, like a crossover thrash band with Justin Pearson's of.
This is where we lose our entire
I'm
audience.
cutting this out. Yeah, by the way.
God, it's like a grindcore band that they dress like insects.
You lost me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the name of the band. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, them.
Yeah.
While he's giving that a look, who is your dream guest, Grant?
I already said it, Mario Lopez. Gee, is no one listening to me? No, I'm kidding.
No, I was listening.
I don't know, man. You know, look, if we're talking about on music, I'm gonna say Weird Al.
Oh my God! You know, I met Weird Al at Pensacon.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
So nice. I met him for about 25 seconds, and I embarrassed myself.
Of course, as you do when you meet Weird Al. He was. You
goodness.
walked away, and he was like, "Well, that was weird."
He was so gracious.
So
did you wait? So did you get to see him? Because I feel like something has happened a couple times.
Oh yeah. I got to see
you
him.
did get to see because like
sit down with him, get a picture with him.
No. I mean, perform.
Okay, so this is what happened.
Yeah.
Every time I have tickets to see Weird Al, some issue happens, and I had tickets to see him in Birmingham, like last year. I got COVID.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, I remember this now.
Straight up COVID.
Yeah.
And couldn't go, and I gave my tickets to one of my volunteers. And you know what? I'm not even sure she's a Weird Al fan. But I gave them to her.
She gave it a just.
You know, she doesn't know all the words to Frank's 2,000-inch TV. She doesn't.
Oh, I do.
I know. I'm sure you do.
I know Attack of the Radioactive Hamsters from a Planet Near Mars, too. And all the words to Albuquerque. Christmas
at Ground Zero, you know, his originals, right?
I do. I'm a fan. I'm you know, speaking of you know, going to a concert and them playing, you know, the B-sides. I just went and saw The Cure.
Oh yeah.
I saw them in Houston. And I'll tell you right now, that concert was not for the casual Cure fan.
No.
It absolutely
I heard. I knew some people who went when they came over here, and they were like, "Yeah, they played some deep cuts."
Yeah, they did.
I was working every Wednesday night. I host a trivia night here in Baton Rouge at the Pluckers Wing Bar on Nicholson Drive, right off of LSU campus. So I was.
Did you
doing
say
that.
Nickel Drive?
Nicholson Drive.
Nicholson.
You know, named after Eddie Nicholson, who was the third governor of. I'm kidding. I don't know who his name of some type.
I was about to tell you just to edit that out, Grant.
Yeah, just
nobody gives two craps about that guy.
We're editing.
No, it's right down the road from the. It is right down the road from the Shaq statue on LSU campus, which is pretty cool. So,
okay. The Shaquille.
Yeah, the Shaquille O'Neal, better known as Steel. That
Steel. Was he from Baton Rouge?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he played for LSU. I don't know where he's from, but he played for LSU. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was breaking backboards and stuff in college.
Rican,
yeah, like that's the statue is a statue of him breaking a backboard.
Well, you know what? His father, Phil, was his father because his biological wouldn't bother.
Right.
Did you ever hear his album?
As the great album singular? No.
Did he have more than
many
one
albums?
What?
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you what.
Diesel. Let's you know, we can go down a rabbit hole.
Every time I would see that commercial where Phil is at a payphone and he calls Shaq and he says, "Take it to the hole, Shaq," a single tear would just come down my face. It's so touching.
It's like the opposite. It's like the reverse Boy Named Sue.
That's good stuff.
It'd be what it'd be. Look, all this to say, I think, I mean, I really think you outlined a whole weekend of fun that we have coming up.
And you know what?
No, I think you only outlined Saturday.
I only outlined Saturday. Here, I'm going to go
we've
through
only done Saturday?
Oh my gosh. Real quick.
Here we go.
All right,
wow,
here we go.
I feel like we did so much, but yet we've just we derailed the conversation.
No, I'm just gonna give you guys the Cliff's Notes.
Quit goofing.
All right, here we go. All right, so also I wanted to mention that we're having a costume contest with a good solid cash prize of $500.
500 big ones.
500 smackers for the first place. And the whoever master craft, it has to be the master craftsman.
Right.
Like
that's the one where like you have to have made the majority of it.
You have got to have made like 90% of your costume.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's actually,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
look, listen, and I've only like sat in on the judging process one time. Like I've only seen it happen behind the scenes. If you think you're going to pull a fast one on them,
oh no, you're not.
It's not going to happen. They're going to know.
They're going to know. If you bought that on eBay, they're going to know.
Mm-hmm.
If your grandmother sewed it for you, they're going to know.
They're going to know.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to sniff you out like a freaking bloodhound.
Yeah. It's crazy.
All right. So that's going to be on 6:00 on Saturday. But at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, the judges are going to get together in panel room 1 and they're going to have a costume contest replay.
Yeah.
And they're going to, explain, why they chose the winner and give you some helpful hints. And, it's going to be an open forum. So can air your grievances,
It's going to be real rowdy.
Yeah, it's going to be
well, honestly, because usually we do have those at all of our conventions. We have the recap the morning after.
Oh, yeah.
About what happened with our judges. And I think, because I've sat in on a few of those now, I think a lot of people really do get a lot of good information off of those.
Yeah.
And I think people who just like are just casually interested, they walk away with a lot of cool information from those too. Yeah, I mean, because they talk about like, look, we need to see like, you need to document everything you did. You need to have like a book with pictures and things like that. So it's really interesting to watch them break it down after the fact. So yeah, I recommend checking that one out.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. And then right after that one, we're going to have Retta. Retta, she's, like I said in the last episode, Retta wrote our cosplay contest rules. She's just so full of wisdom, just a very cool chick. But she's going to be doing a panel about inside the cosplayer's workshop. So that should be interesting. Everything that you need, if you're getting started or, talk shop. And then after her, we're going to have Squatch Talk. Squatch Talk.
Is that a Sasquatch thing?
Squatch Talk, like Sasquatch, but Squatch Talk. Yeah. So this is going to be a live recording on LGBTQIA plus representation, hosted by our cosplay guest, Red Top Media.
Oh, okay.
So what is the description of Squatch Talk?
Okay, so let me go back to the descriptions.
Okay.
But y'all talk amongst yourselves while I pull it up here because I don't have it on my.
That's fine. Yeah, because I was confused at first because there is a podcast called Film Squatch that did like a Sasquatch type thing at Louisiana Comic-Con, one of the panels about Sasquatch in movies, and I thought it might be something along those lines.
Yeah,
there have been way more Sasquatch movies than I remembered.
Yeah, I just know Harry and the Hendersons.
Right, seriously. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but no, the name of his podcast is Squatch Talk, and but this particular panel is going to be on LGBTQIA plus representation. So calling queer nerds and their allies. Do you have a representative show, movie, book, game, or other that you want to chat about? Well, come join the Red Top cosplay team and the Bear from the Bear and the Beard podcast and this live episode recording. We'll talk Marvel, DC, Doctor Who, Our Flag Means Death, musicals, and more. So it should be really
I don't like any of that stuff.
You're out the wrong.
I like just Supernatural, and that's it. No,
right. No, it's gonna be good. This guy he loves to talk, and he's real knowledgeable and just fun. And they actually commented on your the
they
post
did
about,
they sure
about
did on the
Ariel
Ye Old Humble Show thing from discussion from last week as well. Let's see, who did they say new heroes? They said Kamala Khan, who replaced Miss Marvel. They had that whole series, which I'm behind on. I'm yet to check out. But I wanted to check that one out with my daughter. I feel like she would like that.
Oh, she'd love it. But yeah, so that'll be a fun little panel. And then we have special effects cosplay makeup with Always Makeup, or other cosplay guest.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be really interesting. She
Very
does
cool.
a lot of stuff. And she streams on Twitch every single day.
That is a commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, this girl, like, I don't even know how anyone can hustle as much as she is getting it.
Goodness gracious.
Good stuff. Okay, and then after that, this was something that was new to me. It's just not in my wheelhouse, but Brandon knew all about it.
Mhm.
A beginner's guide to Vocaloid.
Oh yes.
Have you ever heard of that, Grant?
That sounds like one of the robots from Futurama.
Don't think that's it.
No, not quite.
I'm pretty sure that's not it. No.
So I
Tell me about
guarantee
this.
that every single show that we do, you see a very talented, very fantastic Hatsune Miku
Mhm.
cosplay. It's unmistakable. It is
Oh. Yeah.
You'll
with
recognize it when you
the
look at it.
blue
hair.
twin
Yeah,
tails,
yeah.
the
Okay.
black skirt, the gray vest. Every Hatsune Miku cosplayer that I've ever come across, they're very enthusiastic about it. The Vocaloid software is very, very interesting. It's very difficult to use. I've gotten to speak it to some musicians who have used it professionally, who have gotten the official like Hatsune Miku like guest feature on their songs, and it's all very interesting. But like aside from that, there are a slew of characters aside from Hatsune Miku who are very iconic, who you can hear their voices and like, oh my gosh, I've heard this before. It's all very interesting. There's a lot of lore behind it. There's a lot of fan enthusiasm behind it. It's all very fantastic.
And Hatsune Miku is like the mascot for like Vocaloid, right?
Yes,
like,
the de facto mascot. I don't believe that she was ever the like. I can't say for certain because I'm not necessarily too well versed in the fan base, but I don't believe that she was ever the main focus. But it was the voice, it was the design of the character that won hearts around the world.
Okay. Very cool. What else do we have? That can't be all of it. Moonbeam's like, that might be all of it. I feel she's like, was that not enough for you? Was that not enough?
Not one person asked me who I want.
The question was out there, I guess.
Yeah,
what do you
the
want?
question was out there.
Yeah, it was never pointed.
Moonbeam?
It was never pointed directly
Hey,
at me.
Moonbeam.
So I was like, what?
Let's point the microphone at you.
Okay, well, I'll tell you. And this is very easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhonda Shear.
Rhonda Shear.
Rhonda Shear from USA's Up All Night.
You know what? And what's crazy is I definitely was that kid that stayed up too late watching like American Werewolf in London or something like that on USA Up All Night or whatever. Whenever she and then Gilbert Gottfried, rest in peace. Would watch that. Does Rhonda do? She's got to be doing shows, right?
You know what?
I think this is.
It's one of those things that I feel like I have a birthday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think Greg told me, he said, you know what? After you finish at the gym, because I'm going to go to the gym in the morning. He's like, we're going to go get your birthday present.
Oh.
And I'm thinking that he's either going to take me to the nursery to pick up some ferns. Because I'm old as crap, and
you're in that fern.
I'm getting some plants, or he's gonna show me, and that he's getting Rhonda Shear at a show. I really think that I'm probably.
And there's no in between.
Yeah, it's either one or the other. Because before it was, I wanted to meet Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah.
And Rhonda Shear. Well, I've met Joe Bob.
We've met Joe Bob a couple times.
I've met the hell out of Joe Bob.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. So now the goal is to meet Rhonda Shear, and she has an underwear line.
Oh.
And I don't care if she just comes and peddles panties and bras.
Yeah.
I just want to meet her and tell her thank you.
Look,
thank you for my
child. A single 8x10 on her table.
Nerd's got to wear something.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I want. I want to meet Rhonda Shear.
Yeah.
And I want to tell her thank you. She's the reason why I drink Snapple. She's the reason why I know, so many great movies.
Well,
I think that's it, Grant.
Wow, we covered all the panels. There's a lot of really cool panels, and of course, all of the guests, the celebrity guests.
Oh yeah, all the guests. I didn't.
Is there anyone not on? Because sometimes, someone's not on the panel list, but I think everybody's doing one this time, right?
But yeah, we have one guest that's only going to be there on Saturday.
Oh, that's Stephanie Young.
Yes, she's only going to be there on Saturday. So she may or may not do a panel. She may want to spend all of her time at her table meeting fans.
It's like that whenever they get cut.
Yeah. Maybe she'll do a panel, but it's still up in the air.
Voice actor panels are always a lot of fun, too, And like I said, we talked about last episode, Justin Briner. Justin Cook is really cool. Justin Cook's done a lot of, super iconic characters.
He's so nice.
Lucy Christian out there, she's done a lot of stuff on, Cartoon Network and things like that, too, which is really cool. Chris Wakecamp's panels are always good. We've worked with... I know I've worked with most of these folks before, except for the cast of X-Men the Animated Series. These folks I have not worked with before, so I'm looking forward to that.
We've had George Booza at a show before.
Yes, Mississippi, yeah.
Yeah, I've never... Yeah, okay, gotcha. I've never had the pleasure of working with him.
You know what? He plays a Santa Claus in a movie, a scary Santa Claus. And Mick Foley, Mick Foley loves Christmas.
Right.
And... He walked past George Booza's table and saw that Santa Claus picture.
Yeah.
And he lost his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
He was so excited. Yeah, that was a sweet little moment. But we have somebody coming that we haven't mentioned. Her name is Sophia Gomez.
Yes.
Oh.
And she is an influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but has done some voiceover work as well.
Yes, voiceover for Cartoon Network, I believe.
Yeah, but she's going to be going around talking to folks. So if you see her, make sure you holler at her.
Well, that's awesome. Well, look, Moonbeam, I think you have done a great job of outlining. A great job, a bang-up job, A+ job of outlining.
Well, thanks, man.
All the fun that we're going to be
having.
I'll
tell you what, it could have gone better.
Could have gone worse.
I feel like I didn't do the cool people that are doing the panels justice.
Well,
but you know what? You can go check the panels out.
That's what I'm saying. The only way to do them justice really would be to go see them.
I'm basically advertising for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They should be thankful.
It's going to be fun.
No, they're gonna have a good time. And you know what? You're gonna have a good time, Grant. You know why?
I know I will.
Because you're running panel room 1.
I'm looking forward to it. I know you're all looking forward to it. I know our listeners are looking forward to it.
Cool.
Can't wait to meet you all there.
We got some good merch. We got some good merch.
Good merch. I love the posters, like I talked about earlier. The posters are going to be rad. I need to definitely bring a couple home.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. We're going to hit the road to Birmingham here real soon, like real soon. So I think we need to go ahead and cut it out, everybody. Again, like we said, myheroconconvention.com is where you can get your tickets. We'll see y'all in Birmingham, but until then, stay humble.